Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in. Are you ready to be entertained, educated, a little stimulation for your brain? Lock it in. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to what? You lock it in. Lock it in. Yeah. Hey. Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in. Lock it in. Yeah. What's up, baby? You welcome to the Joe Lockett Show. Let's get it. How y'all doing? What's up, HP? What's up, Marlo? What's up, Devin? How you doing, bro? Yeah, Joe Lockett Show. What's up, Mills? Here, I think that is. What's up, Sue? What's up, Willpower? How y'all doing, y'all? Welcome into the Joe Lockett Show. It's top of the hour. It is top of the hour wherever you are in America. It's the hottest podcast in the land. The boy Joe Lockett coming to you live on all social media platforms. The Joe Lockett Show, the Joe Lockett Network. What's going on, y'all? We're back in the building today. It is Tuesday, the top of the hour. I don't know if y'all get ready to go home. I don't know where y'all at, but y'all are locked in. What's going on, Kenny? What's up, Ryan? What's up, Tamika? What's going on, Shirley? Thank you guys for locking in. Hit the like button. Okay, we got a lot to get into today. Of course, you know the book Word that came out. I'm not going to be talking about it because I'm only 2 hours into it. And guess what? It's a 12-hour book. I'll talk about that later. But, you know, my name starts with a J. And there's somebody else's name starts with a J. Ends with a T. He's in the news today. We're going to get into that. And also, ladies and gentlemen, if you locked into the Joe Lockett Show, how you doing? Robbie, what's going on? Anthony, what's up, CJ? What's up, Wayne? What's up, Laverne? What's up, JC Cole? Big Dad, how y'all guys doing? What's up, Erica? How you doing, baby? What's up, Yo-Yo Backins? What's up, Cookie? What's up, Hotness? All right, guys, you guys are locked into your favorite email, your boy Joe Lockett. And also, y'all know it's the one and only one of the baddest co-hosts out there in the land on podcasting. He's in the building. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, nephew?
Yeah.
Make it what? Make it light on yourself. What's going on, baby? You good?
I'm good.
All right, man. You know, you've been in the studio with me. You've been hanging out today with me for a little while. What have I been listening to?
Jada, all freaking day. Oh my God.
And she's actually doing the reading. And he's like, man, are you going to listen to? Yes, I'm listening to Worthy.
This don't make no sense. It's unworthy to my ears, but you know what I mean? I don't care.
I got 10 more hours of it to go. So what's the topic of that conversation today? What's up, Victor? What's up, JC? The topic we're actually going to be talking about today on the show is how do you know that he's that guy? Or how do you know that she's that woman? I got some different ways, some questions that you can ask yourself. And it's going to be a tough conversation Tuesday because the things I'm going to ask and the things I'm going to teach you guys or put out to you guys in relationships, you're probably not going to like them. And the person that you're dating, you're probably going to look at them a little bit funny once we get into the day, y'all. So are you unsure about your relationship? And if you are unsure about the relationship you're in, here are some questions I'm going to get into a little bit later in the show. There are some questions that you need to ask. Shoes and watches, I've always liked wearing Stacey Adams. Okay. I'm not for sure what that is, but okay, bro. All right, y'all, what's going on? Thank you for the roses. Thank you guys for the likes. Yesterday, y'all got me up to like 10,000 likes, y'all, so we can't go less. All right, so go hard in the paint. Hit the like button. Hit the follow button. It's the Joe Lockett Show. All right, man, today on the show, I'm sick and tired, nephew. Okay, when I'm scrolling through, it was Jada and Will, and they still doing, they still making rounds, making some rounds. It's what I said though, nephew. I ain't finished the book, but it sounds like Will was actually defending his wife. I seen a post today. Well, wait a minute now. We're not gonna get into the hot debate about, but I seen a post today where Will was standing in the background with the family, and everybody was congratulating Jada on her book. So he's in accordance, and he actually went to you go to his Instagram, and he said, my official statement, right? And it says something like, whatever, when it's like to the world's own, he don't care, basically what he's saying.
That's crazy how you don't care.
Well, like I said.
That's crazy how you don't care.
I ain't finished the book. I'm 2 hours in. But I may be right, nephew. I may be right, nephew, about what I said about this being therapeutic for her. And I hadn't read the book because y'all know it didn't come out till last night, 12 o'clock, 12:01.
You waited till it dropped.
Yeah, I was there.
You act like this was music.
It was. I had set my alarm and everything, make sure I could, because I pre-ordered mine. I wanted mine, so I got it. But I didn't listen to it because I was still sleeping. But anyway, y'all guys like into your favorite evening rides. Joe Lockett Show, we're about to get you guys on wherever you guys are. We appreciate you guys stopping by TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube for the Joe Lockett Show. We appreciate you guys daily at the same bat time, same bat channel. Now, today I'm gonna get into this before I get into the show. I'm sick and tired of y'all, right? It's like every celebrity want to do a tell-all book. No, seriously, nephew. Today, I'm going through, right? And of course, you know you're gonna see the Will and Jada news. But bruh, it's one person that I really don't want to see.
Sure.
Britney Spears.
Oh, you and me both. And she know that.
Britney Spears.
She know that.
Britney, and let me say.
But it works for Jada though. So are you mad?
But everybody wants to get on the bandwagon and start telling on their man.
That's the
Everybody
wave.
want to start telling about their man.
That's the wave, man.
Really though? Really? This is what we doing? You're a celebrity now, and the only way you can sell is not because of your talent, it's because of who you can dog out the worst or put some secret information out and get a tell-all book. Really, Britney Spears?
To Britney and Jada's credit, they are not the first ones to do this. They're not going to be the last. That's just how it is, Joe. You got to tell
y'all been sleeping on the rock, haven't seen this. Britney Spears got a memoir coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And her thing says,
does it have a name to it yet?
I don't. Don't buy it.
I can find names. Dog.
Okay.
Hey, you can pay me for a name.
But here's the thing. It says she's a legend, right? It's her body, so she's saying that she had an abortion. Okay,
her body, her choice.
Her body, her choice. Because she got pregnant by Justin Timberlake.
Dun dun dun. We gonna have some drops. It's gonna be fun.
And she said that Justin Timberlake did not want to be a father. He said they were too young.
Okay.
He said that we're not ready to have kids. And so she said she would have had the baby, but he didn't want to be a father. So she went on and decided to have an abortion.
Hey.
Now I gotta ask this question, Britney Spears.
Hey.
Because that's one way of looking at it.
That is.
But the other way is he knew then what he see now. Let me say that again. He knew then what we see now, because she ain't changed at the core. And maybe, just maybe, he didn't want to have a baby with you.
Hey Joe, I'm giving it up for real.
What?
She was probably playing with knives then too.
She could be. But bruh, I'm gonna say,
she was playing with them swords. He was like, yeah, this ain't gonna be it.
I'm just saying. You look at what Justin is married, right?
You right?
And look at Britney Spears. And don't get me wrong, Britney is a very talented young lady. Her talent is undeniable. She can sing, she can dance. She shows us every day on Instagram that she can dance, right?
It's Britney B.
So, but here's the thing that I'm upset about, right? Bruh, I thought that was a decorum in Hollywood that, you move on. This is 15, 20 years later.
See, that's your problem. You think it's a decorum.
but this is 20
You think it's a decorum.
But think about what I'm saying. This was when they were kids. This man married with a family. Why are you telling us that he didn't want to be a father and he got a whole family now with kids?
Daddy, I had a brother.
Stop. Exactly. I'm with you, Victor. I don't know why she's slandering this man. Like, hey, Kia. Man, but listen, I'm seriously. Why are these women coming out, bro? And I'm being honest. This is a white woman now, right? Coming out and putting out private business.
Biracial.
Bro. You stupid. So Britney Spears has done it again, okay? She's done it again, and she's in the news not for dancing with knives, not for getting a divorce, her new husband divorcing her, not for coming off her hearing with her father and parents and getting her money back and getting her life back, or not her being a mother to her kids. None of those things she's in the news for.
No.
Today she's making news because she said that
I had a baby with Justin Timberlake.
I got pregnant with Justin Timberlake, and I had an abortion because he did not want to be a father. And the question that I'm just going to ask Britney Spears, Britney Spears. Okay, you guys can add her on this one here. No, seriously, go ahead and add Britney Spears. Go ahead and tag her this one here because I want to know.
Somebody said, "Oops, I did it again."
But I want to know seriously. Okay, because I'm quite sure what he saw then, we see now. Because you got to think about it. This is a girl who was walking. Right. This is a girl who was walking around barefooted, and she married. Did she marry some country dude earlier?
Yes.
That she didn't.
They didn't work out.
Yeah, they were married for like a week or so, and she got married to this guy. And was she married to what's his name? What was the guy name that she was married to? That she had the kids by Featherline. What Kevin Featherline? Was she married to?
Yes. Okay. No, I don't know.
Who was married to Kevin Featherline? Okay, was that Karen Featherline she was married to? Did she got the kids by? And he got the kids? And then she married some country dude that she like.
I know she married a country dude.
That she went to high school with.
It was a big thing about that.
Yeah, Karen Featherline, right? Yeah, she did marry Karen Featherline. Yeah, so she had kids with Karen Featherline, which I thought, because see, what people knew about Britney, they kept her on the wraps because they was able to, I guess, keep her under control, and she could sing and dance. She was a little girl from Disney, and she was able to make music and stuff like that.
She was the money ticket.
Exactly. But now you understand from what you see with her why people kept her under wraps. And now you actually see that, that with Britney Spears, we bless her heart, wishing her the best. But there's something that's just not quite right there. Whatever that may be, and I'm not, going to joke about anybody's mental health.
Yeah.
But with Britney Spears, bro, there's something that's just not quite clicking in that elevator.
Mentally, she's not healthy.
There's just something right there, bro. So, but I don't know. With Britney Spears, with everything she's going on, I'm not understanding these celebrities coming out and telling their backstories. Especially, man, the man got a whole family, nephew. A whole family.
What that supposed to mean? That's her truth. So she got to speak her truth, Joe.
Listen, I'm not doing this with you.
No, she got to speak her truth. All right, if they really did that, you know what I mean, or whatever age they was, looked like they was in their teenage years. So he was an NSYNC boy.
yeah. But see, this is my problem.
Oh Lord!
But this is my problem with Dallas, bro. As we continue to grow in this, man, can y'all imagine if some of y'all past come back and somebody write a book about you because now you're famous, or now you trending? Somebody write a tell-all book about you. Oh, mine gonna come out of Japanese.
Yours gonna come out of Japanese?
Yeah, mine come out of Japanese because all my dirt was done in Japan.
Oh,
all my dirt was done. Hey, Lady J, how's it going? All right, y'all. We'd like to into the Joe Lockett Show on the Joe Lockett Network. How y'all guys doing today? Britney Spears is in the news. Justin Timberlake is in the news. Also, before we get into the show, Shannon Sharp was on First Take. And if y'all didn't see that makeup job that he had,
my God, these boys,
black men, and I've had makeup done for me when I was on TV and people, but you gotta be careful when you let people makeup on
him,
bruh.
He said, and he clarified, he is like, I usually have about like two girls that I've been doing since I was with Skip.
Yeah.
And he let a new one.
Because see, some of these new you gotta be very careful with the makeup artists. Because when they see your canvas, which is your face, they want to paint your face to look pretty. And men are not made,
especially the heterosexual hard faces.
Listen, I've had women do my makeup, bro, and I look pretty. And I said no. Shiny and pretty. Because, bro, by the time they put on the little lip gloss and dab you up, bro, you look like somebody completely different. And I ain't with all that.
He did.
I ain't with all that.
He didn't look like he had no cheekbones. He didn't look like he had no.
Bro, he looks horrible.
Oh, my Lord.
He looks horrible, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't say what I want to say because I don't want to offend nobody, but he looks horrible. Let me just say that. It was a bad makeup job, and he needs to make sure, number one, when you're in this business and you're going to put on makeup, you got to know, I know I'm a number 5, right? In the foundation color. I'm a number 5.
I never had makeup.
Yeah, I've had it done, but a lot of times if you're going on TV interview, because lights make you look shiny.
Okay.
And so what the makeup does for a man and for a male like me, they'll put it on my forehead because the light is glistening and beaming off my head, which will blind the audience. Seriously. Right. But seriously, and the makeup
that's dirty.
But it's true. It's true though. So what happens is they put on the makeup to dull the light shining down on you because they have all the lights up on you. So the makeup's supposed to. But some people get their face made up. I don't really like getting my face made up. You can kind of beat me a little bit and feel it because some people, if you got bad pigmentation in your skin, you can let people fill you in. But I'm not gonna. The woman, they look like the person he had put the lip gloss on him a little light.
Yeah, they was really trying to make him look pretty.
They was all over him. Something serious, bro. All right, y'all. It was horrible, y'all. But anyway, let's get into the show today right here on the Joe Lockett Show on the Joe Lockett Network. ladies, this is for you, and gentlemen too. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you are unsure if this is a good relationship, do you know how to tell that it's not going to work?
Do I know how to tell?
Yes, I have some questions that you can ask because a lot of women that talk to me and during the relationship, they're unsure about the relationship that they're in. You know, maybe something's going bad. It's not working good for you. Y'all not connecting. So I got some things and some surefire things. I want you guys to get your pen and paper or memorize this or make sure you guys keep this, baby, share it or tag it or download it.
Hey, don't memorize it because we know half of y'all old folks they got the memory like that.
Really, that's what we're gonna do today.
That's what we're gonna do. We gotta be honest and truthful with the people. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Really, that's what we doing today, young whippersnapper.
I ain't gonna. Hey, I got room to remember.
Oh,
yeah.
You know what?
The file getting kind of tight over there. You gotta delete and control.
The only reason you can remember because you're still sucking on mama milk, sir.
Y'all need milk.
I'm just saying. Yes, sir. You still sucking on mama milk over there, so stop it, sir.
Okay, and the file is getting pretty dull over there. You need to change files. You need to plug it in, charge it up, leave it on a little bit. You know what I mean? Let it warm up.
You guys are locked into the Joe Lockett Show on the Joe Lockett Network. It is 15 minutes after the hour, y'all. Let's get it in. All right, y'all. So, ladies, hey, ladies, Jay, if you want to go, baby, go ahead and walk out the door. One thing that you got to remember, one monkey don't stop the show. Oh my God, keep living. Exactly, Kay. Yeah. Tell this young whippersnapper he don't get it.
I got you. I'm gonna have to
He's
buy.
still sucking on mama milk. That's all.
Look, I'm gonna have to buy an extra hard drive to keep what I got to get stored.
Can I get back to the show, sir?
Yeah, go on.
You said you're talking about old folks. Look, Chinese food. Can I do this Chinese food? Because you ain't never a little young hoe, okay?
I mean,
that's all you. You never a little young hoe. Let me quiet. Let me do the show. I can remember that part. Okay.
I'm glad you can. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you. All right. So here it is, y'all. Seriously, ladies. A lot of women and men, we do it, but we don't do it as much. But ladies, here are some things that you can surefire if you're in a relationship and you're unsure about this relationship. I don't know if y'all ready for this on the Tough Conversation Tuesday, but let's get it in. Number one, here's one thing. If you're in an unsure relationship, I sat down and I really thought about these things today. If someone told you you care a lot, you hold on. If someone told you you care a lot, like the partner you with, what would be your comment?
If somebody told me, love won't be easy. I don't really know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what really to ask and to let them know I'm not gonna be with them. Is that like the cuss of the question? Questions to ask. So exactly. I know.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Then you go through your red flags. You go through your yellow flags, and then you pick on and you divide on if the green flags that you have is already established, it's more worth it than the red flags that they have.
So the people ask what the question is. If someone told you are a lot like your partner, right? Mm-hmm. Would that be a good compliment? Would that be a bad compliment for you?
I'm a lot like my partner.
If someone told you're a lot like your partner.
Oh, like an outside person talking about my relationship.
Yeah, someone told you a lot like your partner.
Ooh.
Right?
Depends.
No. But these are questions. I need you Tough Conversation Tuesday. Right?
But it's true though. It depends. Because if I like my partner, but I know my partner pretty trash.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're not sure about the relationship you're in, these are surefire questions that's going to let you know that you're in a good relationship or a bad relationship. Number one, if someone told you are a lot like your partner, would that be a compliment or not?
I would take it as a compliment to a degree.
To a degree, okay.
Because I need to know what am I like them in. Because I want to be me too. So if I'm a lot like them, I need to know what that them I'm a lot like of. That did not make sense.
At all, sir. But I'm just saying, okay, this thing, if you with your mate, right?
Okay.
And someone tells you,
I mean, you remind me of your husband. You remind me of your wife. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
You remind me of your husband. You remind me of your wife.
Do you want to be looked at as the way your husband is or your wife is? That's a tough one to think about because sometimes you.
Well, it depends on the context, Joe. If it's something that's a positive trait, I would love to have that type of thing said to me.
But they're looking at you. They say you remind me a lot like your husband. Is that a good thing for you or a bad thing for you? Just because you got a trait, people may not still like your husband. You know, there are people when you go out in public, there's a perception of you. Some people like you, some people don't like you.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, if you know a lot of people don't like your husband, and they say you remind me a lot like your husband, that's not a good company.
It depends on how. Like I said, context matters in that. Context matters in that. Because if the context is of something positive and I'm just like them then you would feel good about being just like them because it's a positive connotation. If they're meaning it in a negative way, oh, you just like your wife.
Okay, then. Question number 2.
You get the tone.
Okay, here's the question number 2. Ask yourself this, ladies. Are you truly fulfilled in this relationship or less lonely?
You threw me off.
Are you truly fulfilled in the relationship or less lonely? Meaning the person that you're with, do they fulfill all your needs or you just less lonely, you got somebody in your life, they just fill in space? And these questions come, if you're unsure about your relationship, these are questions you can ask yourself. Are you truly fulfilled or are you less lonely? Because sometimes people get in relationships and it fulfills a void, but they still lonely. They're not happy. So are you truly fulfilled in your relationship or are you just less lonely, meaning you're not happy?
Do that mean you just not happy? I mean, I can be less lonely.
Hey, that's a tough question. These are tough questions to ask.
I can be less lonely and not technically be unhappy.
No. Are you truly fulfilled, young whippersnapper? Mm-hmm. Truly fulfilled or less lonely? Stick to the question. Stop moving the goalposts.
All right. Golly. Well, you be on my nerves. All these thinking topics.
Yes, sir. I'm not saying. But this is tough. But think about what I'm just saying, though. This is why I say you may not have the answer right away. So that lets you know that you're in a space where you're uncertain. Because it's tough to answer that question. It's very tough to answer that question.
So are these questions that I ask other people or ask my mate?
Look, if you find yourself in a relationship.
Oh, these are what you ask yourself.
Yes. You find yourself in a relationship and it's uncertain and you're having problems. These are questions, surefire questions to let you know, are you in the right relationship or not?
Man, if I got to be talking with myself, I'll just be dancing with some knives.
No, but okay. But I'm just saying, but women, when women are coming to me, right, I ask these questions because I put these questions together because I started to think about, okay, what is a great way for people to measure their relationship if they're unhappy, right? And why did they get in this relationship? Because a lot of women, bro, men too, but mostly women get into relationships to fill space.
Okay.
Some women just don't want to be alone and they mess around and they get with a guy and they just happen to stay with that guy. So these are some questions that you need to ask yourself. Is the person that you're with, do they fulfill you or are you less lonely? Another question you can ask, right? Are you unapologetically yourself? Listen to this one, okay? Men do get lonely, Eric, I agree with you. Are you unapologetically yourself or do you need to show up differently to please your partner? Let me say this again. Whoa. This is a tough one, ladies and gentlemen. Are you unapologetically yourself or do you need to show up differently to please your partner? Ohio Design was talking to you.
I don't like that question because
these are questions you need to ask yourself if you're uncertain about your relationship. Are you unapologetically yourself or do you need to show up differently to please your partner?
My last 2 serious relationships, that's exactly what I was doing.
Wow.
I was just pleasing my partner.
So what
I was not unapologetically myself because I knew it was parts of me they have never seen.
And that's why I say and it didn't work out.
It didn't.
Because in a relationship, bro, if you can't be who you are in a relationship, you know what I'm saying?
But a lot of people, let me speak to those folks then.
Okay, go ahead.
Because a lot of folks they know themselves or they're comfortable with themselves, but to a degree with the partner, you might be a little slow to open up. You know what I mean? You don't know how being your full self is going to plan out with the person that you with. Because for some folks, you know how you opened up. Like I opened up as my extroverted self. They did not see my introverted self. Okay. So, you know what I mean? Everybody got degrees to them. And if you open it up to somebody in a certain way and they're used to you being that way, it may not link on the same page as if you was being all the way.
I'm going to get it out, listeners, bro. Cognac, Tony, y'all lying.
Cognac?
I'm going to say this. I love y'all and I respect y'all. Thank y'all for locking into the show today. But every one of us has been in a situation where you dim your light for the person that you've been with. It's easy to say, just be yourself. That's easy to say when you don't.
Very easy.
You know what I'm saying? Just be yourself, Joe. Just be yourself, Rachel. Just be yourself, Aaron. Right. Just be yourself, Tony. But all of us has been with somebody and been in a relationship where we have dimmed our light, and when we get with that person that we're in love with, that you love, there are certain things that you would not do that you normally do when you're with them. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Yes, you have. When you find out that that person don't like something, you change your attitude and your aptitude when you with them. I'm not going to say you completely change, but you change for them.
It don't even have to be that you did
Luna,
something.
I'm lying. Can you come on here?
Yeah, get on the phone.
Hey, can you come on here? Now, I accept your invite. Tell me why I'm lying.
Pick up the phone.
I want to talk about this.
But that's true though, because it doesn't even have to be that they seen something that they don't like about you.
Right.
It could be from how y'all was talking. You heard something similar that you know you do. And now you don't want to show it.
Right.
Because you're like, oh man, I don't want to be like old buddy and them. But I do that. Though. But I don't want her to know I do that.
Right.
So I'm gonna chill.
So hold on.
I'm gonna chill out.
I'm gonna give a digital slap to all the people, a friendly to everybody. Okay. So what you trying to tell me, ladies and gentlemen, when you with the person that you like, right? And y'all sitting there watching TV. Every time y'all watching TV, you watch the show that you want to watch. You'll never watch the show they want to watch. I'm just asking now. Hold on. When you're in the car and you listen to the music, you listen to all the music that you want to listen to. You don't listen to the other person's music. I'm just asking. Because y'all say y'all never change who y'all are. Y'all be exactly who you are. I'm just going to be myself. If I'm going to listen to me some Rick Ross, I'm going to listen to Rick Ross. And if he don't like it, forget him. Or if I like listening to, I want to watch Law and Order all day, that's what I'm going to do. He can bounce. Yeah, right. Nope, that's not different. Are you changing yourself for your partner? I'm just asking now.
Yeah,
that is realistic.
That's not realistic. It's called compromise.
So you compromising yourself when you okay.
I put it on another degree.
Go ahead.
Because alrighty. If you dealing with and it's for the woman, this is on the woman's side. I asked them this question.
Go ahead.
If the woman know that she's usually let's throw something out. A shopaholic. She likes to buy a whole bunch of clothes. She keeps up with the latest fashion, regardless on her age demographic. That's just something that she loves to do. Well, you know you're dealing with a minimalistic dude. He don't care about fashion like that. And that wasn't per se what you used to get him, but that's a very big part of you that he hasn't seen because you don't entertain it because you know you're dealing with the minimalist that could care less about fashion. You're dealing with a guy that if he was to wake up in the morning, he just puts on clothes.
Right.
But with you got a lot more swag and style to you that you can really, really tap in. But you know, if you was to do it for him, he's not going to accept it the same way.
Right.
As somebody that gets your passion.
Right.
That's the thing. Your passions and things that you have a very big tie to. If your partner is the complete opposite to it, and you can tell from how they act and how they are, you're not going to show them on first glance. Okay, you're going to be very slow to do it if you do.
So I agree with you. So when I sit down and I put this question together, I had to think about it. Am I myself or to please my partner? I had to really sit down and I had to really be honest with myself. And I'm going to be honest. I have never been unapologetically myself when I fell in love with a woman.
Why you felt like that was?
Because when you get with somebody, you're not able to be unapologetically yourself. You adapt to that person in front of you. We all do.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when we all saying, I'm just gonna be myself, you're lying. You're gonna adapt, you're gonna start to like some of the food they like, some of the TV shows they like, some of the hobbies that they like to go do. You're going to adapt. So I don't think if you're in a relationship with somebody, I know some people you're gonna say it's called compromise. Sometimes you're not even compromising. Sometimes you're just doing it because you think it's the best thing to do for your relationship. I am very guilty of that.
I give you a great personal example. Shouts out to being unapologetic.
So Tony, you was not unapologetically yourself.
Yeah, you wasn't.
You wasn't because you changed for that person. You changed when you got with that person. What you like to do, you said it's not that important, and you decided to be a little bit different for that person. So you was no longer apologetic just who you are. You didn't shove your personality 100% on that person. You changed because you love that person. There's nothing wrong with it.
Shouts out to being unapologetic yourself. For me personally, on my free time, I can get really, 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 really nerdy. Super nerdy. But I lead off with my extroverted self. That's more of my music. That's more of my sports. That's more of everything else. Oh, he a boy's boy. Alrighty. I found myself doing that early with a few of my serious ones. What they said.
Tony, I wish Tony could come on here. Tony is with the shiznick.
What did he say?
Tony said, "Hey, they like to do what I like to do."
But Tony, get on, man. Tony, everybody don't like what you do.
Hey, Tony, like
they probably talking about you too.
Hey, Tony, are you single? I'm just asking.
Yeah, he's single. You ain't even gotta ask.
I think it's a woman. And
this is
what? T-O-N-I, so I think it's a lady.
Oh, with an I. Oh yeah.
Tony, I know myself. I don't send my representatives.
Tony with an I is definitely a girl.
Okay, can we be honest on the Joe Lockett Show today? You don't send your representative, but you change as a person according to the person that you're with. You're not in a relationship if you're loving somebody being unapologetically yourself. You just can't.
Because if you show it too fast, you're gonna apologize.
Oh
my bad. I ain't know if you was on it like that.
That you're just not. If you're with somebody, right? I don't care how boastful you think you are, or how egotistical or narcissistic. You're going to change for that person. You're going to alter who you are around that person on some things. Now, some things you're going to draw the line on. But my question is, are you unapologetically yourself, or do you need to show up differently to please your partner? That's the question. Are you mean that if this is who I am, doggone it, accept it, and it is what it is. If you're in love with somebody, none of us is doing that.
No, because if you did that, you're gonna put them off. Like you'll only be unapologetically yourself if you don't value or see them as important.
Exactly. So when somebody sit there and say, I don't change for nobody, yeah, you do. Or you haven't found the right person to make you want to change. Because if you, and the reason why this is a trick question, right? Because if you are single and you're sticking to that mantra, I'm not changing for somebody or nobody, that's probably why you're single. Because nobody wants to be with you the way you are. And somebody, I'm okay being single. Well, you're okay being single, that's you. But what I'm saying is,
that's such a big lie. I don't like that. I'm okay being single, okay, but you still date though. You still date though. So you ain't okay with being single so much as you like to say.
Is anybody really okay being single though? So Sharon says you're unapologetically yourself. I think at a certain age you are comfortable with being unapologetic yourself.
Yeah, when that usage rate get a little bit high, you know what I mean? The mileage is getting up.
Now I'm okay with being unapologetically myself to a point. But I'm not going to be steadfast on every single thing that I do if it's not necessary. Will I sit here and watch a movie with the woman that I love, even though I can't stand the show? Yes, I will. Would I go shopping with her or go do something that I don't want to do because that's my baby? Yes, I will. Would I change my tone when like the way I want to say something to her, but because she's my baby, I would change my tone towards her. None of us are unapologetic ourselves when you fall in love with somebody because that person brings out the best in you, right? They can bring out the best and the worst in you, but that person, when you're unapologetic yourself, to me, that's saying I don't care. Well, no matter what you say, I'm gonna be me. And you can't be in love with somebody if you're not willing to bend and be flexible with them in a relationship. But don't start doing things you've never done to impress someone.
Come on, Niecy. But we do. But
no, that was cap.
Because y'all do it. Men do it more, but women do it too.
No, I throw that on his head. This is a slap from Cliff. Y'all want stuff new.
Myself, but I'm a pleaser, so I'll try to do.
Most of these folks want to experience different things. Most folks, they have they when they talk, they like, man,
go ahead.
No, I was just saying, most folks when they talk, they like, bro, I get bored of my relationship. Do something new. Okay. A lot of folks get bored at different times.
Okay, so Lisa, if you can come on to the show, let me see.
Lisa probably ain't got no followers like that.
If y'all get 1,000 followers, you guys can come on to the show. You can start talking on here, right? But here we are. Nisi, if it's only for impress, it won't last. Okay, it won't last, Nisi. But everybody does something to impress that person when you first start talking in a relationship. Every man and woman does.
Because I'm lying early.
No, I'm not lying. But every man and woman does something to impress the person that they with. In the beginning, you do. And every man and woman falls short of what they did to impress that person. Because you're not going to do that on a continuous basis because that's not who you are. But you did it to impress them. Whether you cooked that dinner, fixed your hair, put on makeup, put nails on, bought a new shirt, bought a new thumb, whatever it was, you did something to impress that man or that woman that you're not willing to do a year or two into that relationship.
Oh my gosh, Cliff, you're so funny. You're so smart. He must have been smart in school.
Oh yeah, pumping you up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pumping your head up. You men do it the worst.
You so pretty.
There you go. You're so beautiful.
Man, you built like a goddess.
Man, you know something, man? Listen, girl.
You the baddest girl I ever seen.
Ever.
I'm lying.
Bruh, I'm telling you. Somebody say, listen.
I'm leading with lies.
After we impress you, we don't always do the same as we started. Exactly.
Because I lied.
Exactly. Tony said that's a lot. Tony, what is lies? Because I think me and you've been on the opposite side. That man stopped dyeing his goatee. Yes. Wow. And women too got them grays. Got them grays in your hair now. Come on. Oh, come on now. You got them grays in your eyebrows and in your hair. Because listen, boy, I see them. Okay? You got your hair done, right? Hey, come on now.
You like your silver fox.
Listen, every woman, every man does something to impress a woman, or a woman does it to impress a man. Everybody.
Side note. I just thought about it.
Okay.
The different levels for women is hilarious because when they're young, they're a little chick. When they get old, they're a silver fox. When they in that middle ground, they is a cougar. It's hilarious. A bobcat. Oh my Lord, I love these phrases.
I don't color my goatee either right now. I don't have to, but if there's a time that I see that, it's going to happen. But I don't have to put color into my beard at this point in time. But here's the thing: Father Time is undefeated, y'all. Father Time is undefeated, right? So at the end of the day, you guys got to realize that when you're doing this, when you're in relationships, you're going to compromise. You're going to give a part of yourself, and you will change for the person that you love. You will change for the person. I have a friend, right, that hangs out with me, and I've seen her change like tremendously for this guy that she's with right now, right? And I thought she would never change, but when I say that this dude is all that in a bag of chips for her. She has changed her whole demeanor, her whole outlook on life, the way she sees relationships. She's all in, and I'm very happy for her. But I would tell you this, men and women, you will change for. I would exactly, Lady J. I wish you with that with nephew. I think you on one today, for real.
What you talking about?
Nothing, bro. Nothing. All right. So here's question number 4. Are you in love with your partner? Hold on. Well, let's do this here. Would you want your kids to date someone like your partner?
Would I want my kids to date somebody like my partner?
Miss Hanson, thank you for subscribing to the show. I appreciate you. Miss Hanson has actually been she's a subscriber. We have filled out quota we have made because I wanted 6 new subscribers. We have 6 new subscribers. Miss Hanson, I appreciate you. Okay, thank you so much for subscribing to the show. Now, nephew, would you want if you guys are locking into the show right now? We're asking questions. If you're unsure about your relationship, I came up with like 5 questions that you can ask yourself to see are you with the right person. Here's another question: would you want your kid to date someone like your partner?
Yeah. Question mark.
Know what I'm saying? You may not be in a relationship, but that's a question you need to ask yourself.
Yeah.
The partner that you're with, right? Could you see your child being with someone with the same aptitude, go get up and go as the person that you're with?
I guess I would say yeah, because I'm gonna see the best in my partner. But I mean, that's to my child at that point. Know what I mean? If they don't see the positive traits that I do, then no, they probably wouldn't want to be with that.
Hey, Tamise, how's it going? Okay, I got one. This is the last one I got for people today. All right, before we get into the part of the show. Are you in love with your partner as a whole, or are you only in love with them for their good side, their potential, or the idea of them? Are you in love with your partner as a whole, or are you just in love with them with their good side, their potential, or the idea of them?
I think most folks get into it for potential. I think that's what most folks do.
I'm doing good, Teresa.
I would like to say it's for a whole, but it's probably potential.
Okay. Because think about this now. If you're having problems in your relationship, what are you in love with this person for? Are you in love with them for their potential? Are you in love with them just because of their good side? Or are you in love with them because of the idea that you think that they're a good person? Because a lot of times people, you see the good in somebody, you see the relationship where it may be going, and then you fall in love with that. You see what I'm saying? But you don't fall in love with the whole person. There's very few people that are dating these days that fall in love with the whole person, bro. Them as a whole, I fell in love with the concept of my ex-husband. Okay. Potential is for young people. Sheila says their potential, potentiality. Okay.
Potential is for young people.
I can't love someone halfway.
You're probably right.
Not married. Okay. These questions I'm asking y'all, right? When we sit down and you go through these 5 questions, can y'all understand? Here's the point to these questions. Can y'all see and understand possibly why we are single?
Yeah.
Because some of these things, man, I'm looking and listening to read some of these comments here, bro, and I see a lot of people, and I think we haven't truly gotten into what we truly want out of a relationship, and we're lying about some of the things that we are doing and what we're not doing. And when I came up with these questions, I had to really think about, okay, my first time, like, no, hell no, I'm not doing it yet. No, but I had to think about it. If I want a successful relationship and it's not going well, let me go through these questions and see what I'm not doing first. Because a lot of time in a relationship, bro, we don't bring it all to the table.
But Joe, let's do this then. Since you feel like that. I'll take the listener side on this.
So Tony, are you married or are you in a relationship? Or what? Hey, Sassy.
What's your answers to all that?
My answers to which one?
Each one. Just go through them.
Okay, so the first one, if someone told you about your partner, would I like them or not? So if someone told you you're a lot like your partner, would that be a compliment? And I just would go to my last relationship. I would say yes. In my last relationship, it would be a definite yes. It would have been a compliment.
Okay.
Okay. Number 2, let me see. Am I with somebody? When I'm with somebody, was I'm truly fulfilled or just less lonely? When I was with the last person, I was truly fulfilled. I was not. I didn't feel less lonely. I did feel fulfilled.
Okay.
Number 3, are you unapologetic yourself, and do you need to show up as a different person to please your partner? I was not unapologetic myself, and I did show up sometime as someone different for my partner. I did.
Okay.
Are you in love with your partner as a whole, or the good side, the potential, or the idea of them? I was in love with. That's a tough one for me.
Okay. How?
Because I can say after dating that person for a while, I wasn't in love with the whole. I wasn't. I thought I was. But as the relationship went on, I think I was more in love with the idea what I thought it was.
Okay.
That makes sense?
So there was no potential there?
The potential was always there, but it was just one or two things where we were just on different pages, as you heard me say before about my last relationship. I would say 95% we were good. But it's that other 5% that was critical for her and for me, that we just, in this journey where I am, where she is, it wasn't going to work. So I was in love with the idea of what I thought we were or could be, but that was a 5% of that relationship, and that 5% stopped at 95.
Okay.
Would you want your kid to date someone like you? Sort of, kind of. I would, yes. Do what I want my daughters to date a man like me. I would say.
I thought that was for your partner.
Yes,
for you.
No, it said the question: would you want your kid to date someone like you, like your partner? Oh yeah, okay, for your partner. For my partner, you're right. I'm thinking about that wrong. For my last partner, in certain categories, yes, because she's an awesome mom, she's a hard worker, but I do believe that there are some things that she is still going through and working on that, I pray for her, continuously. I don't want my daughters to have to go through that part. So, I would say there was a lot of great attributes that I saw in her. Yes, I wouldn't mind my daughters being like her, but dating, yeah, there were some things, but there was some things, no. So those are my answers to those questions. So I don't have perfect answers, bro, and that's probably why I'm still single, right? But I'm just being honest. I don't have perfect answers to those questions. Erica Marcus said, if I wasn't myself, my anxiety would be so triggered. Eric, I really need. Can we talk about that today? Because I do want to talk about that. Also, says hello, just coming on. What time it starts? I didn't get the notification. We start at 4:00 Central Standard Time every single day. Now, Erica, let's talk about this anxiety thing. Am I single? Yes, I'm single at this point. Yes, Tony. So, Erica, and this is a question I have, nephew, maybe you have the same question that I have when it comes to this here.
Okay.
How do men date a woman that has anxiety? And how do we cope with it? And how do a man date a woman that has depression? Because if I don't have anxiety and you have anxiety, how do I date you? Even though I think you're the most beautiful thing in the world, it works, but you have that anxiety problem, which comes with its own learning curve. How do a man date a woman with anxiety?
I would ask to what degree. Everybody, again, different shades of gray here, but everybody got a different level of anxiety that stresses them out.
Okay, Erica, let me ask you this question. When you say you have anxiety brings out what in you on a bad day?
Oh yeah, you're right. How do you respond to that?
On a bad day? What does that bring out? Because I can talk from the depression. I haven't dated a woman with anxiety, but I can talk from depression. Let's see here. I'm single continuously. I don't know what the
single continuously. Okay.
No, I just saying. Are you taking application? It's almost matching pajama season.
Oh, they funny.
Get in my DMs. You can DM me. We'll talk. But I've dated women with depression, and I'm going to tell you, this is me stereotyping, but a lot of beautiful women, bro, suffer with depression. And
heavy or just
heavy. A lot of women, women that are, beautiful women, bro. A lot of beautiful women, bro. I'm just gonna say women in general. A lot of women suffer with depression because almost every woman I've ever dated either got heavy depression or a little bit of depression. And I'm gonna tell you, for an upbeat guy like me, and I'm just having an open and honest conversation, bro, I don't know how to deal because this is what I'm told when a woman is going through depression, and every woman does it differently. But most women want you to hold space. Okay, I understand what that means, but I'm not a whole spacer type of dude in a relationship. If I'm dating you, I know you're suffering with something, and I feel for you, but I'm just being honest. I don't want to hold space if I'm dating you. I mean, it's something you're going through, but how do you date women that have these problems? Or a man? I don't know what women have to deal with. Do men have these issues? But I know women, bro. You can be dating them and everything is good, but then they hit that depression thing, bro. And it's a black vortex. It's a hole.
Well, anybody dealing with depression, they're not going to really be the positive side.
I had postpartum anxiety, and I was really mean and worried. So how am I to date you?
But a lot of folks depression speaks for itself, so I can't speak on that one.
Okay.
But anxiety, a lot of folks channel their anxiety a lot different. Like, how do you use your anxiety and to what degree? That's why I keep asking them. Like, for some folks that I was dealing with, when they get anxious, they get really, really movie. Not moody, but movie. They have to fix something. They have to keep their mind occupied.
If you're going through that as your man, what the hell am I supposed to do? We dating, you getting anxiety issues, right? I'm supposed to understand, but I never dealt with it. Should you give me a crash course on what I need to do during that time? Do I figure it out? Because you deal with anxiety, right? And some days you may be off your meds. And so I get your no, bro. You laugh, but I'm so serious, bro.
If they on the meds, that's a higher degree.
And someone say, "What does holding space mean?" Someone holding space means just being there.
Yeah, sometimes not really,
not
to nothing.
Not saying it, it's not saying much. Not trying to tell them it's going to be okay. Just kind of sitting there and let them go through it, right?
And just so they know they're not alone.
Exactly. So that's what holding space means. She should not date. Depression changes her perception. Folks have to deal with that with professionals and learn ways to overcome. But see, but ladies, I'm asking y'all be in the dating world, right? And men be out with you, right? You date these guys, and y'all get to liking them, right? Because I've been talking to some women, right? And everything is going well. You have not done anything wrong, right? And then all of a sudden, bro, the room goes dark. Even though the lights is on, their eyes go into a deep stare, right? And you're talking to them, and it's like they don't hear you, right?
Yeah, because they found either they thought about the trigger or you said something else a trigger,
right? And so they go into that mode, and you as the man sit there caught off guard because you don't even know she's suffering with depression, right? And so the first thing you thinking is
crazy,
bro. You thinking that you have done something wrong, so you're trying to figure out: do I need to leave? Do I need to talk to you? And don't sit there and tell me, we don't freaking know. So you sitting there trying to figure this out, and next thing you know, well, you should have said that, or you should have stop the press. You should have told me you suffer with depression. And a lot of people are embarrassed to say that stuff, bro. But I've been in these relationships where the phone goes silent,
but a lot of
or it goes negative, like negative Nancy on you, like boom.
Or maybe they just not addressing it.
Everyone is saying leave, should not date. When they
But a
first
lot of
been
y'all-
dealing with depression, they have been through some trauma. They have been. I agree with that.
A lot
But
of y'all
how do
finna
we
still
deal
date
with it?
though. A lot of y'all still date though, and
Exactly.
most of y'all date to get out of thinking about your depression.
Depression is not a joke, and I'm not making a joke of it. I'm saying I've been in situations, I've been in relationships where women do not announce that they have depression, but they suffer with it. And so once the episode or the 28 hours or the 48 hours or the 72 hours, once it's over, and you finally they get that conversation out, because a lot of times people with depression, they don't come to you and say, I'm sorry. They try to act like nothing happened. They just move along with it. And
because if you was to address it, they gonna
but what I'm saying is, I'm not trying to be funny, because I know a lot of men deal with this, bro. When you're talking to a woman and everything is going good, then all of a sudden, they're in a dark place. They're barely talking to you, or they're talking very negative about everything. Everything is negative. They hate the world. They're the most ugliest thing in the world. And bro, you're trying to figure out, okay, what, huh?
Joe,
what?
It's a lot of dudes that do that too. So
like I said, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot of dudes that go out and they entertain women knowing that they're dealing with something mentally that they haven't really addressed. And now when they talking, they make a lot of dudes laugh their way out of it. So they make a lot of really crude and dark humor jokes that not gonna hit 2 times, if any, if the people don't know you. Like I know a lot of dudes is that like that when they act with their friends, and they do that when they're dealing with these women. Like they'll make this really, really crude, all the way off the rails dark joke and try to laugh it out. And you can tell in their eyes that they already triggered and they going into relapse again. Mm-hmm. Like they going back into their old habits.
Bro, I'm gonna say this, man. If you have anxiety or you deal with depression and you're dating somebody, please tell the person.
You know how they say that?
Huh?
How did they say that? Because if they see somebody that they like, Joe, if they see somebody that they like and they out and about and they just so happen to fight against their little depression or whatever episode they have, and they can clearly see this person got a lot of the stuff I like. I would love to see where this go. If you was to tell them outright, I got depression, you can already imagine, I'm not going to deal with this, because 9 times out of 10, any regular person in their right mind is not going to say yes to a depression situation. And the person that's dealing with depression know that. They're not going to tell you.
Okay, but
they're going to hope that eventually y'all move past it.
Most people do, but what I'm saying is on this show, the Joe Lockett Show, the Joe Lockett Network, y'all, it's 57 minutes after the hour. I want you to tell me and give me the choice. Do I want to deal with your depression or not? You know what I'm saying? Because what happened to me in past relationships, you are blamed for not doing the right thing during those moments. You know what I'm saying? It's put on you because when you start to question a person about it, they don't want, a lot of times women, I've dealt with women, so I can't talk about men, but women didn't want to face it. So they do a throw off. Well, if you would have did this and just gave me a little bit more time, or, you know what I'm saying? It's always something that I did, but come to find out. And I'm going to say this. In my past, not going to say who it was, I found depression pills in their purse. I didn't know what it was. Huh?
How?
Because she had told me to go in her purse to get something, right? And when I went in the purse to get something, I seen, the little orange bottle with the white cap on it. And I remember what the name was and I looked it up, right? And it was for depression. And so
he did your research.
Yeah, bro. Number one, you're taking medication, and I'm wondering what you're taking medication for. Okay? You didn't tell me, right? So if you don't,
that's not nothing you just disclosed, though, Joe. That's not nothing you just disclosed. Even if you was to see somebody with like an orange and white top bottle,
the situation I was in, bro.
Most folks,
like I said, I don't want to put anybody on blast, but if you are in certain situations for a long period of time, you do need to tell your mate. Let me just say, if you're living with somebody, I'm gonna say that. If you're living with somebody on a day-to-day basis and you're taking medication that can be life-threatening, or
okay, so this is something we didn't define then.
Okay,
because we didn't define the amount of time that you tell somebody this, or what amount of time that they're dealing.
If you're living with somebody and you're on medication, the person needs to know.
Yeah, but that's different than if you meeting somebody, you entertaining them.
If you're just talking to somebody and you see it's going to go serious, or you spending more and more time with that person, you should have an obligated duty to let that person know, just in case this happens, because you have your episodes. You may not know when, because let me tell you this, man, it comes on unexpectedly from what I've seen. Like I said, I've been in conversations or just laying in the bed with someone, and 1 second it was good, the next second, bruh, you are the worst thing since sliced bread, and everything coming out of their mouth is like strictly negative. Strictly negative. I know I was with this one person, bruh, and she looked at me and she said, I ain't gonna say what she said, but it was horrible. Okay. And it scared me, right? Because I'm looking at her, and the look in her eyes was like she was dead serious about what she said. And it put me on defense, right? Because I'm your man, and what you said to me, right? You basically threatened my life. So I'm looking at you like, you don't know who you messing with, but I'm like, what is going on? And I had no idea, right? And what I told her, I said, well, I don't know why you're saying this to me and why you feeling like that, but I'm going to leave you right where you at, because I don't want to hurt nobody. Because like I told her, you just threatened my life. You see what I'm saying? It got to that point. She said something that was a life-threatening statement, and I didn't know where it came from. It just came out the freaking blue.
Golly, she got major.
Bruh, when I say when it hits, or you can be when you with them, bruh, and you walk into a room, bruh, and if they're in depression, they won't talk to you. They would not say one word. You were like, babe, are you okay?
Yeah, and bro, but I kind of agree with the folks though. That don't sound like depression though. Well, that don't sound like that sounds like either somebody switching up, like I forget what they call it. I don't think it's schizo.
Multiple personalities.
It could be multi-person. It could be bipolar.
I don't know, bro. I don't think I'm gonna tell you is when I saw it, it scared the living daylights out of me.
Because most folks in depression, they get really, really down. And it's more of self-abuse than it is more of, you know what I mean, aimed at somebody else.
I don't think I'm telling you is when we finally talked about it, right? And we got through the argument of it, right? Because I wasn't argument. Not that day. Not that day. That day where I left it alone because it was not going to go anywhere in that moment.
Okay.
Right? And those tense moments, you don't need to continue to down that road. But a couple of days later, I think it's maybe like a week later, I had the conversation and I wouldn't let it go. Because like I told her, that right there can get one of us hurt. Right?
Okay.
For real. So I said, I need to know what's really going on. And so she told me, well, I suffer with depression. Right? Mm-hmm. And then she started telling me how it makes her feel, how she gets into this deep, dark, whatever, right? And I'm looking at her like, why didn't you tell me this?
She probably wasn't really being all the way honest. Because, like I said,
and you're right, it could have been bipolar. Because someone told me later on about this young lady. I won't never call her name, but about this young lady that they think she does suffer with bipolar. Yes, bipolar depression. Exactly, Glitter. Yeah. And a lot of people, and I'm glad we're talking about this today, nephew.
You are?
No, we are. I'm glad we're talking about this because when you're in relationships, man, some people are not mentally fit to be in a relationship because you don't know the signs. You know what I'm saying? Because some people think they got it under control and they don't realize that some things can trigger them into depression. Some things can trigger their anxiety. And again, I want to know, how do a man, ladies, if you suffer with depression, if you suffer with anxiety, please tell me. We understand that this is your illness, right, that you have. As a man trying to date you with this illness, how do we date you if you suffering with depression or you're going through a depressed state and we just not meeting? If you go through an anxiety, what am I supposed to do?
Anxiety is a little different than depression.
Okay, so but even with anxiety, what am I supposed? If you're on an anxiety attack, right, and we're dating, or certain things trigger your anxiety, that means I got to walk around on eggshells around you.
Not necessarily.
Well, I mean, if you suffer with anxiety and certain things trigger you.
Yeah, but I said it's to the degree. Like depression is one of the degrees to a lot of anxious people.
Okay, anxiety. What are symptoms of anxiety?
Depression.
No. But I'm saying, what when somebody has anxiety, what do they do?
Like I said,
because I suffer with people with depression.
But there's a lot of people dealing with anxiety that channel that a lot different. They don't just lead to super sadness. Some folks, they lead to having to be a little bit more active, or they have to switch the topic. They be a little bit more outwardly going, or they just suck all the way in. Like a lot of folks deal with their anxiety
sleepy,
really different.
Okay, so there are certain things that can trigger this, Ms. Hanson.
Yeah, some folks get nervous.
Being a hermit.
Some folks, like I said, like they said, stop communicating. They go in. They stop all communication and they go completely mute.
Okay, so if you're dating a guy and you have an anxiety attack, what the hell are we supposed to do?
It's noticeable.
But but what I'm saying, how does a man deal with that, bro? I'm saying even a man or woman, when a person is dealing with this and you're dating somebody and you know you suffer with this, like for real, how do we date you? Because you could be the most beautiful thing, but if you have that issue, how do I? Because now I got to walk around on eggshells running because I don't know what the hell is gonna trigger you.
Well, let's define it instead of just saying it.
Okay,
let's define it.
Go ahead.
To what level? What level you want to start at? The low level, mid level?
I want to start at whatever gonna hell trigger you, and I don't know what to do. So whatever level that is, sir, go ahead.
There's a lot of different triggers for folks. And for folks, when they get triggered, they have their own little safety mechanisms that they use. When folks know that it's coming up or they feeling like they're going to get triggered, that's on the low level, then they start to deflect. Okay. They start to move away. They may start to stop communicating, or, you know what I mean, they can be completely mute, or in their situation, you can tell in their eyes. If it's on a mid level and they can't prep for it, but they caught it, then you're going to get complete mute, or you're not going to deal with that person in the same light that y'all did before, because that whole vibe is going to be messed up.
Okay, let's start.
But an attack is obvious.
Okay,
because that's not prep for.
Okay, so it seems like they get distant then, for the most part.
For most folks.
Okay, so for most folks, or you get nervous, or you lash out. What am I, the new dude, supposed to do with that? That's my question.
Depending on if you care for them.
No, but even I don't know if I care for you not yet, but if that's what you are, me dating you, don't you think I should know that?
But that's where that's weird. Because if we just not interacting with each other, we both not saying a lot of stuff earlier.
Okay, but
let's be realistic.
But here's the thing, it's realistic. But think about it, man. Let's get serious about this on the Joe Lockett Show, the Joe Lockett Network, 7 minutes after. Okay, if we're talking about this, nephew, and you're in a relationship with somebody, I have no idea that something I could say or do would trigger you. But you do.
That's not fair.
That is fair.
That's not, because
that's fair.
Because you're dealing with somebody that don't know how to bring up their clear, unapologetic self that they're dealing with. There's no real time step on that. It's more of a feeling.
But you're gonna go silent or whatever triggers you, and I don't know what I did, but that's okay.
And when that's over with, then that's when we can address it. That's like a perfect moment to address it, especially if you're feeling like you want to keep them. See that if we're not, you can't be serious. If we're not really going to be entertaining folks that you just meet, you're going to have these situations where they in these episodes. That's the moment to bring up, hey, what happened?
Are bigger than dating. If my job is stressful and I need a great fallback one day. My daughter's father now was 19. He was 21, diagnosed bipolar depression. Years before. Okay, I'm out. I've been answering since 5:30 and no one responds. Okay, Mahogany, I've been talking to you. What is? Come on in, Mahogany. What are you saying? It's 4:30.
Come on in.
Okay. Come on in. Somebody's trying to come to the studio. Mahogany, I don't know what you were saying there, but go ahead. You'll trigger a person without anxiety. Treat them like anyone else. But I don't know. What is that? Package. Is that from Tamise? I think we just got a package at the studio. I think those are candles. All right. All right, come on in. All right, so but I'm asking this question though. Okay. if you guys are dealing with bipolar or you're dealing with anxiety, how? Hey, Mahogany, Margot, how do I deal with that, bro? I mean, I'm still asking the question seriously because I don't have any answers.
Are you willing to deal with it?
But I don't know. That's why I'm saying, if you haven't attacked and you shut down on me and then you tell me later, no, I'm not willing to deal with it.
Okay.
No, I'm not. Because I don't like you like that. And now I feel that you trying to hide something from me and I don't want to fool. I don't even want to hear about it now. No, I'm just being honest, bro, because you want me to be open in front of. No, you want me to be open and honest with you up front.
I didn't say you wasn't being honest.
No,
I'm just saying.
But what I'm saying is, so you had an episode, right? And then now you think it's time for me to say, well, now we want to deal with it.
Look, so let me ask you this, Joe. So when you're dating somebody, you just not meet them, and y'all getting ready on this first date, you telling them that you schizo or that you have major depression on the first date?
I'm gonna say this right here. It depends on me knowing if I get triggered easily or it doesn't happen often. If I get triggered very easily by things, I will let that person know that this is something that could happen. And if this happened, right, don't take offense to it. You see what I'm saying? Bro,
I'm sorry, but you say that like that's easy.
I'm not saying it's easy, but I think you have the responsibility to let the person know if you have an illness. Because if I don't know, bro, it's gonna be number one, a huge turnoff for a man or a woman. And then when you come back and try to tell me later, I'm gonna feel like, what else you're not telling me? And I know that's easy for the person. It's not fair, but it's not fair to me either.
No,
it's not fair to me either.
No, it's not fair that you take it like they hiding something from you when they tell you after the fact. But
see, here's sassy. My tolerance level, I shouldn't have to tolerate any of that. You see what I'm saying? Because now, if it happens and you didn't tell me, I'm going to feel like I got to walk on eggshells. Have you ever been with a female and you did something and you didn't know she didn't like it? But then you come to find out at the end of the day that it really makes her upset. So now the next time what you're trying to do is make sure you don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
But that's something that you normally do or something you normally say. So now you're walking on eggshells. And you would have said, well, why you didn't tell me that? You see what I'm saying?
Well, that also goes back to the degree that I want to deal with them. If I know I don't want to deal with them from that, because that's what I do, then we cutting off.
Okay. And Glenn said she had her first anxiety attack at 38 after a very dangerous situation. I wouldn't tell you on a date. Okay, Cliff, let me ask you something here. If I'm trying to date you and you know you suffer with anxiety and it triggers, and I'm keep asking you, what am I supposed to do in that moment? Because honestly, I don't want to hear I'm sorry later.
Well, an anxiety attack ain't always against you, Joe. An anxiety attack is probably just an episode. You just get them help.
Okay, but that ain't my job. I don't like you like that.
That's
bro. When I'm courting and dating you, ain't my job to medicate you, talk to you, hold your hand. Like it ain't her job to do that for me.
But Joe, I'm as mean as the next person, so I'm with you on that. But at the degree, if you entertain somebody and something happens to them, you call help. That's how it goes.
No, if I see you something, I'm not gonna. Of course, I'm gonna get you help. But what I'm saying is, no, I will help you. But what I'm saying is, if you know that you have depression or you have anxiety, and the person that you're dealing with have never met you before a day in your life, and you know that you are easily triggered, or some things can trigger you, whether it's atmosphere, smell, food, conversation, whatever, it can trigger you because you have the obligation to tell that person, or you should tell that person, hey, I suffer with this. And if this has happened, let's try to do this. Is that okay with you? Because, bro, if you go through that and you don't tell me and you tell me later, I'm not giving you a second date or a second chance. I don't want to talk to you because it's not my problem now.
Cool. You fair to do that. But I can understand how it can be a little bit hard.
Erica, I don't have to be a compassionate human being for something you're not in my life right now. I don't have to be compassionate. I'm entitled to live my life. Whatever a person is dealing with, they have to deal with that. and I don't have to take on that burden if I'm not your husband or man or your brother or sister. I don't. You see what I'm saying? If I got an issue, I don't expect any woman I'm dealing with to take on the issue that I had before they met me. It's not, if I tell her I got depression, and if she don't want to deal with that, just like if a man broke, right? It goes down to the same thing.
No.
What?
I don't know if that's the same thing. I don't know if that's the same thing, Joe. I don't.
Okay, if I'm broke, you don't want to deal with me. If I got to give you a choice.
I don't think that's the same as if you got some type of condition.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. You should tell a woman that you don't have money, but you don't have to tell a woman that you suffer with depression?
No, you should tell them. You should tell them.
That's all I'm saying. Tell me, give me, like a woman would say, give me the choice, give me the option. It may not be popular, but at least give the man or the woman the option to make that choice. Don't put it upon them. If they see it, now I'm feeling some kind of way.
But we can understand how if that person don't have the money, but he still got the person that clearly cares about the money, that he approaches his topic very delicately, and if not, he's very slow to it.
Okay, so
he's slow to being that honest.
Okay.
And for a lot of these folks, this is something self-conscious. This is something they know they're a little bit out the wax for, so they're going to be a lot more self-conscious to be telling you.
I understand you're self-conscious, but if we're talking about a health issue, right, and health issues are more important than financial.
That's true, but everybody don't have a quick trigger, and everybody don't have a very light trigger to where it could easily go off. For those, cool. You don't have an argument for me, because if you like to go off, you know it's a lot of stuff that can trigger you. A lot of folks don't have that. A lot of folks have either one or two triggers at the most, and a lot of folks deal with their anxiety on different levels.
Okay, I understand all of that.
So
but it ain't my problem for what you need to deal with.
But Joe,
I'm trying
on a realistic level,
okay,
everybody has a degree of anxiety. Okay. You just probably haven't hit your trigger. So most folks, knowing that when they're dealing with folks, you probably won't see them having an anxious attack.
Okay,
I'm just saying, I'm just being realistic. Because we already. I'm not, because we already. No, I'm not. No, I'm not, because we already wore out. We wore out the point. I'm not arguing with you on no points when you have an easy trigger. I'm never arguing that. But I told you there's degrees. If you're dealing with folks that have that, a lot of folks you're gonna meet don't have an easy trigger to anxiety.
I don't know any triggers.
My point exactly.
Okay, but I'm talking about that person.
But Joe, they're not going to be for some folks when they have these anxiety attacks, they may not know they have it.
Okay, if they don't know they have it, I can deal with that. I'm talking about the person who know they have it.
That's the person that know they have it too. If they know they only have one or two triggers, and you probably won't even see it until like the third or later on in life, how do you just bring that up? A lot of these folks have traumas that just bring themselves up in a different light. Now you're dealing with an anxiety attack.
I will say this. You bring it up once you start to see that person got feelings for you, and you got feelings for that person, and you know you're not going to be able to hide behind who you are. At some period of time, it's going to come out. You owe it to that person to tell that person at that time. In the beginning of a date, I get it. But like I said, in the beginning of a date, if you date somebody for at least 30 days and you know you suffer with anxiety badly, you need to tell that person. I'm telling you, I've been in situations, I'm going to tell you what I've been in, where women did not say nothing. They tell you afterwards because of what you're saying. Okay. Because of what you're saying, because of the embarrassment. And I don't want to fool with you, because guess what? Again, it sounds harsh, and it is, but it's not my problem if I'm dating you. I don't have to put up with that. If I don't want to put up with that, just like if I got it and a woman sees it and she want to walk away, she's not my wife, she's not my girl, we're dating, and I don't deal with nobody depression, she can walk away.
But you'll feel away.
It don't matter how I feel.
No, but we're not
addressing that. That's my problem.
So we're not addressing how you're going to feel about that. Right. How you feel goes towards actions too.
Okay.
We can't just ignore that.
But I have to be prepared for that, because this is my illness that I have. And some people are not going to want to deal with me because of my illness.
And guess what? You're going to be a lot self-conscious because you've been doing that multiple times.
I'm not saying it's easy. But what I'm saying is, if you're dealing with it, You have to take the good and the bad and the ugly. It's something that you have. It's not for something that you to put on somebody, and then when it happens to them, you say, I'm sorry.
That's what I'm off on.
Okay.
It's not you putting it on somebody. It's you. For most of these folks, it's them dealing with it in real time. A lot of folks in their anxiety are dealing with it in real time. And they may have these moments where, you know what, I do want to be truthful with this person.
No. Okay, Eric said I have a stigma. No, it's not a stigma, but it is not my choice. Hold on, I'm saying this to Eric, right? She said, you have a stigma against mental health. I can understand why somebody wouldn't want to tell you. We are not going to make it. If you're having something, you're brand new to me, right? And that's your life, that's who you are. Give me the opportunity, once we get to liking each other, talking to each other, that's something that you should tell me.
Yeah. For your point exactly, why am I giving that up super duper early?
No, I said once we feel that it's going in the right. I understand the first date, I got anxiety or something. I'm not looking for that. But if you are easily triggered, you should.
Easily triggered. It's not a conversation.
But if you suffer, if we're like dating each other and we're going out, but you suffer with depression or you suffer with anxiety or anything dealing with mental illness, if you suffer with this, you should tell your partner. So when it happens, they are aware of what's going on. Because I'm gonna tell you, when it happened to me, it wasn't the stigma. It was I was mad because you didn't tell me. So now I got to deal with something.
But why are you looking at it like that?
Because
why are you looking at it like you're mad they didn't tell you? Instead of seeing, hey, maybe it was just hard to do that.
Bro, that's not my problem.
It is if y'all got to that point.
But you put me in a situation that I maybe could have walked away from because I didn't want to be a part of that. You making me because I feel in love with you.
And they're going to take that. They're going to take that as a slight.
I don't care how somebody take it if I'm not in love with you. That's what I'm saying. If I'm not in love with you, I don't care.
That's not real empathy. Then you just want to have.
It's not about empathy if we're talking about a lifelong commitment to each other. Tell me the truth.
Every relationship you have ain't a lifelong commitment. Why would you looking at it like that?
Because if I'm in a relationship with you, okay,
that's not. A relationship is not marriage.
Okay, if I got AIDS, right? If I got AIDS, but it ain't gonna.
That's not the same as mental health, Joe. That's a health condition you can't even hide.
You can hide. It might just be it.
We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Back on the topic. We are not going to do that. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anxiety and somebody dealing with either herpes or AIDS.
I guess no.
That's not. Yeah, that's two different things. But as far as with anxiety, that's something everybody deals with to a degree. You may not feel like your degree is to that level until you get triggered. And for most folks, they don't know that. So when they're dealing with that and they're hearing somebody else, I would have wished you told me, even if they know to what degree, they may not have experienced it as many times to really know how to key in.
That part I ain't got a problem with. If you don't know or you haven't figured it out, and we go through that together, and we found out that you diagnosed with that, we found that out together. I ain't talking about that person.
You talking about the person that clearly had a whole bunch of different episodes.
I'm talking about the person that clearly knows what they have. We're in a full-blown relationship, and you have an episode, and you don't tell me till after or during the effect, or I got to go through it now that I fell in love with you, but you knew prior to. That's a problem for me.
I think it's still self-conscious in a way, and I can understand if they tell me after the fact.
I can't. I like I said, when it happened to me, bro, because the way it happened.
You don't want to assume that what you're dealing with on a daily basis with you mentally is going to keep you away from happiness. You don't want to assume that.
Okay, so that's
yourself.
That's the person dealing with it, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to assume that.
Yeah.
Right. The person you're talking about with the mental illness that they're going through, they don't want to feel a certain way, right?
Yeah.
What about me? I'm just asking, because that's what you're saying, that you need, that person needs to feel a certain way because of what they need to feel about their life or way they need you to see them. That's the way what they need. What about the way I see it about my life and my well-being, what I want to do? If you got this and I didn't want that, why come I don't get the choice not to have to deal with it if I don't want to?
I would take it as you are getting that choice then. I would take it like that.
Okay.
I wouldn't take it as you should have told me earlier so I didn't have to even entertain. I wouldn't take it like that. I take it, all right, you had your episode. I'm not down with that. I'm not really cool with it. To each their own, let's break it apart. Mm-hmm. I would take it like that from there. I wouldn't just blow it up to the point of, I wish you would have told me beforehand. Now I feel like you're lying about everything else. Because that's just going to make them feel worse.
Bruh.
And now they're going to be jaded to even bring that up to the next person.
So this is what I'm going to say. And I'm very aware, if you deal with mental illness, whatever it may be, I'm praying for you, right? And I understand it. Like I said, my ex and a couple other people I know deal with mental illness. I've seen people in my family deal with bipolar, right? Trust me, I walked in on a family member butt naked in the garage screaming, right? Because they had an episode, right? So I get it. I've seen it. But this is what I've witnessed in the dating world. If you're married to somebody, these things happen. You get cancer, you get bipolar, you get autism. All that stuff happens. You deal with it. I'm talking about a woman I've never met before who knows that they suffer with depression. I haven't never dealt with anybody with anxiety, but I've dealt with depression.
Okay.
Right? And they didn't tell me, right? And when you start to have the conversation, because now I ask women, I plainly ask women, you know,
do you have some type of mental health?
Do you have any mental health issues? I ask now. I don't even take the chance anymore. Do you suffer with depression? I have never said anxiety, but I always say, do you have any mental health issues that we need to talk about?
I joke about it.
No, I don't joke about it. I clearly
not like that. I mean, like inviting them in. Hey, I got some issues going on mentally. You know what I mean? You got anything? We can be. It's a safe space.
Okay, let's read some of the stuff everybody's saying. Because man, a lot of people is on here. Read it. It goes both ways. My dad passed away. My friend dealt with me and my depression. He changed my perspective. Nephew is on point. Okay, taking someone's choices away is Joe's issue, and he's justified in feeling that way. You get autism.
What? Hey, Erica, where'd that go, bro?
I mean, if I get autism, but listen, I've told my kids and anybody who knows me, I don't want to be anybody's burden. Put me in, if I need to go to a mental institution, put me there. I've said, if I get sick, do not sit here and try to take me into your house. Put me into the nursing home and move on. You can call me, Zoom me. You don't have to come by and visit me. I don't live my life. I never want my burden to be my wife's. If I get married again, my mom, my dad, I don't never want my burden to be anybody else's burden, bro. Whatever I have to suffer with or go through with in my life, if somebody chooses to do that with me, fine. But I don't want to take nobody's living life away from them because something came down on me.
So
I don't.
When something comes down on you and it's hard to where it got to change your life, are you saying you doing it alone?
Bro, the people who want to be there will be there. But you know what I'm saying? I'm okay.
But what if the people that you want there says
I don't expect nobody to be there, bro. I don't.
Not what you expect.
I don't expect my
This goes towards feeling, Joe. This is not what you expect.
I'm telling you, bro. From me being in war and seeing life and death at its end and whatever, I've learned to understand that you're gonna die by yourself regardless of people around you. You're gonna die by yourself. When you walk through the pearly gates or you walk through the fires of hell, you're dying by yourself.
Bleak way of looking at it.
But that's just the way it is. You die by yourself. Nobody's gonna take your number. Nobody. Cool. So at the end of the day,
so you
if I'm in that room by myself, I've lived a great life. I've done well. If nobody comes by the nursing home and visit me anymore, it is what it is.
That still sounds like you not acknowledging how you would feel if the people that you wanted there said no.
If the people with this, I have to go along with what they said, bro. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I believe I've lived a well enough life that my friends will come by and visit me. I think I've lived a well enough life that my family will not. You know what I'm saying? Let me say that again. I've lived a well enough life that I believe my friends will be there for as long as they can. But I've lived a well enough life that I know my family will not show up. And I'm okay with that.
Joe. Cool. If you okay with that.
Yeah.
But that's completely different from what I'm asking.
Okay.
To a degree.
Okay.
Because cool, you know how you live your life.
Right.
I'm not asking you or even bringing that part in for real.
Okay.
I'm asking you if you can visualize yourself in that situation in real time.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that you wanted, The people that you wanted ain't always your family.
Gotcha.
The people that you wanted ain't always your friend. It's the people that you wanted that's more important. And that's the ones that you would love to be there. And they are the ones that told you no. That's why it sounds like you're not giving credence to.
I must go to what you're saying. Okay. There are people, and when you at your worst, bro, for me, honestly,
okay,
even when I was married, when I was at my worst, guess who I wanted around me?
Your wife?
Nobody.
Okay.
No. When I was married, bro, whenever I was sick, I would tell my wife, my then wife, and if she can attest to this, leave me alone. Don't talk to me. Don't bother me.
Sick on what level?
Let me get through this, right? Because I'm horrible when I'm sick. I hate being sick.
Sick on what level?
I know just me having a cold or whatever, or being down and out. I don't like being around people. So I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. If I'm not whole, I'm probably going to go within and not want to be around anybody. I'm not going to be a pleasant person anyway. So I'm not going to want a lot of people around me. So if you don't truly love me, it's not that I'm going to want anybody there. The people who actually, if they show up, those are the people I know that truly loves me no matter what. So I don't have a list of people that, well, my brother better show up, but he don't show up, I'm going to feel some kind of way, or my kids don't show up. Hell, I wasn't there for my own kids. So why would they show up? I wasn't there for a lot of people and a lot of times in their life. So why would they really show up when I need them? I know what I did. Karma gonna be a son of a gun to me.
You see, this is why this sounds off for me. Because if you talking from the standpoint of when the chicken's got to roast and if karma is karma, cool.
Yeah.
I'm never arguing against karma. I'm arguing how you would feel. How you would feel changes from day to day.
But you're saying how I would feel, and I don't think I would really have a feeling because I will understand what it is. So I'm not going to be mad, angry about it. I'm going to make the best of what life I have now and what that is. I'm not going to be mad if somebody didn't come to visit me. I'm not going to be mad if my mom and dad didn't text me or my daughters, because those are the closest people that I would say that, if they were going to hurt me, they could. My daughters have a reason not to come see me. I don't talk to my parents. So if they don't come, my brother.
Joe, I get it. Let's paint this picture then.
Okay.
Because I still kind of feel like you missing it, but maybe you get it. So I'm going to paint this picture outside of you. For this man that lives his own life.
Erica said I need to heal.
Hey, send the lights through the chat. Give us some hugs, man. Send some hearts.
Bro, listen.
I get it.
Go ahead.
I'm going to paint this quick picture.
Sure, sir.
It's a man that lives his life to the fullest. He made enemies. He made friends. Cool. Just like most folks. Now, he made, in his mind, a lot more enemies than he did friends, so he didn't expect for a lot of folks to be there.
Hold on. Yes, Eric, I have been in therapy, and I told the therapist the same thing I'm telling y'all, but go ahead.
He made a lot more enemies in his mind than he did friends, so he's expecting a certain amount to be there. There's another guy, he does the same thing, but he's expecting more friends. He's expecting way more friends than it is the enemies that he made, because he like, I know I did right by a lot of folks. Now they get to their deathbed. The one that expected more enemies saw more folks coming to him. And when he transitioned in happiness. The one that expected more friends had no one. And he died in sadness. Now, how you choose to be remembered is something too. A lot of folks probably remember the one that thought he had more enemies a lot fondly than the dude that had a lot of friends. My only thing to that is I would hate to be in the feeling of thinking that somebody doesn't care for me when I'm expecting them to.
But see, that I guess that's me, bro. I don't expect the way my life has been and gone, the people that I expected to do what they were supposed to do.
Oh my God.
But no, you know the story.
I do. That's why I don't say nothing.
People closest to me that's supposed to do what they supposed to do, they've already shown their sin of law. And there's nothing, I'm gonna say this, where I've been hurt at, bro, there's not another cut you can give me that could make me feel any kind of way if nobody has showed up.
But from me, dealing with you personally, that would hurt me to see that the people that you wanted to be there don't be there. That would hurt me.
Now I don't,
just as a person that care about you.
Okay, but here's the thing. When it happened and I went through it, right? It hurted like hell. But you can't change people, right? So what I had to realize for myself was, dude, you got to be the best person you can be for the people who want you to be around. You can't worry about what other folks are thinking about you, even though they should be. It is okay. I had to tell myself, it's okay. Wasn't nobody going to fix that. And talking to therapists, all that, man, I hear all that. But bro, at the end of the day, it still happened. And you can't change people. You can only change yourself. So what I learned to do was live my life according to what's going to make me happy and leave the world as a better place as I can and be as truthful as I can. But don't make the same mistake people prior to me has made, and make the life better for people like yourself or whatever you see me. I'm always working to try to open up doors, teach, and do that things and be a steward to the world. That's all I want to do. And long as if I'm on my deathbed and no one's there, nephew, and I can look at the world and look at this and I gave my best, I'm gonna think about you, Unc, Boss, Shaw. I mean, all the people that I did it and I did my best. Yeah, I don't want to be on my deathbed and say I didn't do my best. I can care less who's around me. But if I'm on my deathbed and I'm by myself and I know I gave it my all in my way, I am totally okay with that. If God took me today, I don't want to go nowhere. But if God took me today,
you better not.
But I'm saying, if God took me away today, nephew, I'm okay. But guess what, bro? You know from my heart that I have given everything that I can to people that I can. I have never told anybody no that needed help from me and I could help them. That is my life. I am
and to that, and then to that then I have nothing to say.
Because
I know I definitely do.
Right, I'm saying, but you done been around. I open up everything to anybody around me. I can't worry about dealing in the past of what somebody did, because you worry about what somebody didn't do and why they didn't do it, bro. You'll be in therapy for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like I told the guy, I am not going to sit here and try to psychoanalyze why somebody did what they didn't do. I have to accept what they showed me, what that is, and I have to move forward with my life. I'm not going to sit here and try, because of this and this is a child trauma thing for me. I mean, some people may want to go do that, bro. But I got 2 daughters that I need to live for that I wasn't the best father for them for. I got a legacy I need to leave for them. I got things like I put you part of my family now. I got things I want to make sure I teach you and put you out there. So make sure that what I always tell you, leave the door what?
Open.
For other people. You build platforms so other people can stand on your shoulders. Do I not tell you that all the time? Yeah. Anybody ever work me? That's what life is all about. All this stuff that sitting here worrying about somebody, personal feelings and all of this stuff. Nobody personal feelings has ever came to my doggone rescue with what I had to go do. I had to pick myself up.
But it's a lot of folks that don't address their personal feelings, and that leads to their different anxieties.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of folks that don't address their personal feelings, and it forms an anxiety.
True that.
So with these people dealing with this, and I'm not saying you, but I know of a lot of men that take that same mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to encourage my dad out of those type of habits, because he would agree with you full-heartedly. Yo, I do what I can for folks. If it gets to that point and they're not there to help, then cool, I'm gonna keep it pushing, or just got to deal with it.
Right.
I agree with it to an extent, but I would hate for him not to acknowledge how that feels, because now you're gonna start looking at stuff a lot jaded.
But can I say this to you, nephew? This is what a lot of people, just like you was going to bat for the people that have mental illness and how they feel, right?
Yeah.
You have to understand, on the other side of that coin, we have feelings too. And you can't afford to feel about what somebody else is feeling if you're going to move forward, because they're going to drag you into their vortex. They will.
No. I'm never. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you though. So, when you're dealing with somebody, you should have an out to it.
Right. So when you're dealing with somebody, yeah, it sounds heartless, but you're like, a person with mental illness have to protect themselves wholeheartedly against a person like me. But I have to protect myself wholeheartedly against a person with mental illness, wholeheartedly for me. It's nothing wrong with either side, but we have to protect ourselves from each other. You see what I'm saying? Because I am toxic for somebody who's probably going through mental illness. They could not be with me. But I can't be with somebody that's going through something that I don't know that I feel that I'm dragged into because now I'm angry. You see what I'm saying? So it's hard on the ears. It sounds ruthless, but for me, it sounds just as ruthless as it sounds for the person dealing with the
putting you in it and keeping you there.
Exactly. And again, like I said, it sounds horrible. Do I have empathy and sympathy for them? Yes. I'm just saying I don't want to deal with it if I don't have to. Let me make that choice. If I love you enough and I want to, I will. But don't put me in a situation and then say, okay, now you're in the water and I swim. No.
Yeah, like I said, I agree with you to an extent. I do fully agree with you because I'm not going to put myself in a situation where somebody's trying to guilt trip me into staying with they
said you have redeemed yourself from yesterday.
Who?
A lot of ladies saying they're on your side today. A lot of ladies not liking you.
They're not gonna like me tomorrow, man. I'm a free shooter.
But honestly, I'm glad we can have this conversation because again, I don't think anybody's right or wrong in what we're talking about today. There's no winners on this debate that we're having because
only losers.
It's not even a loser. It's a choice.
Yeah,
it's definitely a choice for a person like me. It's definitely a choice for the beautiful Erica Bunker. It's definitely a choice for Glitter, for Rachel, right? Because when people talk to me and they hear me talk as stern as I talk, people tell me, you still hurt. You haven't healed from your trauma, right? Okay, I got it. But let me tell everybody.
I'd say you haven't either. A lot of us have.
Okay, but I'm saying, and I'm okay with people saying that to me. But I'm going to ask people, when I heal from my trauma, that's still not going to change my past. Whatever that healing needs to look like for y'all to say that I'm healed, that's not going to get me where I need to get to today, right?
Yeah.
So if you can't go back and fix what's broken because the people around you don't want to fix it, what do? You can't fix yourself. You have to deal with it. There's no fixing in something that can't be fixed. Let me say this again. If the engine is broken into pieces, you can't put it back together again.
You put another one in.
You got to put another engine in, which means you have to move forward. So it ain't no fixing that past. There's no fixing, no dealing with that piece of trauma. That's trash. It's done. So what you have to do as a person like me is rebuild yourself, remove that hurt, put it over there and say it's no longer a part of your life, and you got to move on. Now, if I sit down and think about it, like, man, that was messed up. But it's nothing you can do about it.
Most folks will say that's fixing it though.
So, but a lot of people, but
that's what we at.
I say I'm good, but when I talk as stern as I do and as forceful as I do about certain things, people will say you're still hurt. No, I'm direct about what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people want you to say the kumbaya moment, and you was able to sit down with the person, and y'all was able to work it out, and y'all agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Sometimes it don't work like that, bro. Sometimes the other party don't want to fool with you. Period. And you can't sit there and go to therapy for the rest of your life because you ain't got the answer from the other person of what you wanted from them. You're never going to get it.
You're right.
You can't make another person want to be with you, love you, say they sorry. You can't get that if they don't want to give it. Why would I waste my time trying to get it from you? You see what I'm saying? Some people are not going to give you the acknowledgement of their sorry. Even though they think that they know they should be sorry for what they did or say it to you or did to you, they are not going to say those words. And I am not going to live the rest of my life sitting here worried about, well, because you are this person in my life and you didn't say this, you're going to affect the rest of my life. No, I'm grown. God didn't wake you up this morning. He woke me up. When God take me home, he's not going to take me and you home at the same time unless he chooses to do that. But what I'm saying is God gives me a choice every single day to make my life the best I can. When I stand in front of God on D-Day, he going to ask me what I did. He ain't going to say what your mama did to you, what your daddy did to you, what your daughter did to you, what Erica did to you, what your ex-wife. He going to say, what did you do with how many years I gave you on the earth? Boy, what did you do with it? That's what he going to ask me. You see what I'm saying? And I got to be able to sit there and tell him when I'm trying to get to them gates because I'm saying God's still working on me, right? I'm trying to get to them gates. I got to sit there and tell him, hey, I did this. When he looking at my book, they going to look at what I did, how I handled it, how I treated his people. And what did I gave you these gifts and talents before you left up here, bro. And when you became 30, you should have had this. By the time you came 40, you should have been able to do this. By the time you came 50, you should have been able. Boy, you missed out on a lot of stuff that I told you. He ain't gonna ask me, well, how did you handle that situation with your family? And why did you, so you're gonna let what happened with your family hold you back from everything that you did because you was not here? Boy, that wasn't the task.
I would hate for him to get to my name and be like, Cap.
Huh?
I hate him to get to my name, Cap.
Hey, Rachel, how's it going? He's not going to actually show you what you did. Y'all, listen. I'm not a Bible person. I don't know everything. I'm just speaking what I think would happen. I'm just thinking that at the end of the day, when I go and I'm, God says, Joe, it's time for you to come home. I believe He's going to ask me, what did I do with the time that He gave me and the talents that He gave me.
When them softwares don't get too many more updates.
Huh?
When them softwares don't get too many more updates.
What do you mean?
I mean, when the hard drives is getting a little full.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I guess, at the end of the day, still, I have to put some of the information out there because I'm old. But I think I believe, what I'm saying? Everybody got their belief of what God looks like. They all got their belief on the afterlife. But like I said, for me, as I'm talking about it, I believe that when God, when it's all said and done, and my spirit or my energy, whatever it is, that leaves my body, and if we're going to transfer to heaven or hell, I believe that, it's going to go to not just what I did, but how did I give back to this realm that I'm in? What did I do for it? Did I leave it a better place? Did I put my mark here? Right? I don't think it's going to be, did I heal with a person that didn't want to be healed with me? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel that, not one day in my heart have I ever felt that God said, you need to go fix that. I've never woken up to, well, you need to go fix that. The things that I think that God puts on my heart, I go do. I listen. But if it ain't on my heart to go do, I'm not going to go and out of my way to get disappointed again. You know what I'm saying? It's a waste of time at this stage of my life. Okay, so Joe, and healing, repentance is also healing. So repentance and forgiving. I forgave as much as I can, y'all. I told you, God's still working on me. You don't have to stay in therapy the rest of your life if you repent and ask for forgiveness. Okay, repent, ask for forgiveness. Okay, but I have to ask Erica, I love you, okay? Why come if I tell you I'm good, why come people just can't believe it?
I don't care. When I tell you I'm good.
You're good in forgiveness. That is also healing. Okay, but what I'm saying is, because I haven't healed, and this is what I want people to understand, and I love all y'all, right? But because I haven't healed the way that you think I should heal, think about this though. People want you to heal the way they want to see you heal so they can feel complete. I'm not here to make y'all feel complete.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? When I tell my story, it is not for y'all to feel complete about how I feel about my situation.
But a lot of folks, they lead, whether they want to admit it or not. Mm-hmm. A lot of folks lead for their own self-gratification.
Okay, but Erica, if I tell you that I'm healed, right? What does that mean? If I say, Erica, I'm healed, I'm good, you probably still think I'm not because you still hear how aggressive I say the situation. You still feel that I'm hurt. But if I tell you I'm healed, you're not going to believe me. So that's why I think, and like I said, I'm not arguing with anybody, but I think people need to hear you say it a certain way. If I say, well, let me do this. I forgive my friend. I want to move forward and love everybody.
Yo, stop.
I think, at the end of the day,
you're making
I'm going to continue to pray for everybody.
So I'm crawling them up there.
I mean, but if I said some stuff like that, right? People would take it because they can accept that kind of verbiage from a person that they say heal. So they feel better about it. But I feel like fair because there's a lie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I knew it was a lie. And I was like, don't do that.
But I'm saying, I think people can heal and still tell their truth.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot.
Everybody's not going to like your truth.
But exactly. I think people can heal and still say that this is what it is, but I'm healed with it. I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? Every situation don't end with a bouquet of flowers and hot chocolate. You know what I'm saying? It just don't.
Hey, everybody's not gonna like your truth. Hey, shout out Britney Spears.
Well, no, I was just being facetious there. But what I'm saying is, I think a lot of times when we see people in these situations, we have to take people at their word, even though if you feel that they have not healed. I would say pray for that person, that they heal, and what they're saying is true for them, not for us. You see what I'm saying? Because I used to be the person where, man, you need to try to fix that because such and such, or man, or baby, you need to go do this. I stopped saying it because this is what I have learned. Excuse me, nephew. Out of the thousands of people that listen to our show daily, right? Everybody's journey is different.
It is.
Everybody's healing process is different.
That be like that.
Everybody's tolerance, patient level is different.
Mine's is low.
But what I'm saying, but you think about this, and we have to accept, and this is in the Bible somewhere, accept people where they are.
I feel like it is.
Yeah, but I think it's about me. God still working with me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I think we have to accept people, and I think a lot of times when people don't accept people where they are, we get mad. Like when Erica, Erica Bunker, go through her stuff. I accept her for where she is. I may not want to be where she is, but I accept her for where she is. You know what I'm saying? We just got to make a choice of what we want to be able to do. But if I say that out loud, ooh, that's bad. But it's cool if somebody puts something on you that you didn't want because you show empathy towards their emotions. I think everybody should show empathy towards each other's emotions and find a compromise when it's at the beginning. You see what I'm saying?
I think a lot of folks like getting lied to a lot more than they think. I truly think.
I think people want to be, and a lot of folks don't want to come out of their comfort zone. And then if you say something that's against them, people think that you're attacking them. No, you're just stating your position. You know what I'm saying? I'm not attacking. I don't want to attack or hurt anybody. I don't have any stigmas against anybody, but I have my preferences.
I don't yet.
Okay, but I mean, I really don't. But I have my preference, and I think as being as a single man, I've learned, bro, my life, my choice, my time. My life, my choice, my time.
Put that on a t-shirt.
I think so. I need to write that down. But my life, my choice, my time. You know what I'm saying? Because people make it is my life, my choice, my time, right? And they don't want to deal with it when it comes to you. Your life, your choice, your time. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They want you to understand that this is what I'm dealing with, and you should feel a certain way because I'm dealing with it. No, I'm not your son. I'm not your father. I'm not your mama. I'm not your husband. I don't have to deal with that. I'm sorry you're dealing with that, but I don't have to deal with it. And vice versa for me. Like many women have told me when I went through whatever situation I went through, they told me they have to deal with it. I get it. You don't. If I'm sick and I got a cold, you don't want to be around me. I get it. If I'm bipolar, you don't want to deal with bipolarism. I get it. You don't have to deal with it.
Let me ask this though.
Go ahead.
And you know what I mean, because we getting down. We is getting down today.
Where the pen? I need to write that thing down. Give me that pen right there. What did I say?
My life, my choice, my time.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on the t-shirt. But go ahead.
And then switch it up and put your for the back.
Okay.
So the back of the shirt is your life. Okay, but we fixing up merch.
Or somebody's gonna beat us to it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, my thing for that is I asked this because when you said they told you all of that and you just had to accept it.
Yeah.
Do you think that made you a little bit more slower to be honest about your situation after dealing with it for
in your memoir? Yeah.
In your memoir? Oh my Lord. Y'all mean.
They did best, bro.
Yeah.
I love the ladies on here.
Oh my goodness.
What were you saying, nephew?
That was me. No, I was just saying, yeah, threw me off.
I have that shirt up for you guys tomorrow. I'll design it tonight. Go ahead.
My only thing was, do you think that made you slower to be honest about your situation? And did you think that made you a lot more jaded?
Okay, honest about my situation about what?
Because you said when you didn't have money, you was going through all the situations you was going through.
I told my friend.
No, I'm saying you telling them up front, and they took it the way they took it, and most of them probably said no. Did you feel a way having to do that? To where you didn't want to be that open?
No. I understood what she was saying, and with the women that dealt with me, and I took myself off the mark because I said it is not fair for a woman to have to deal with my situation that I got myself in. Okay. No matter how bad the situation was or who fault it wasn't the woman's fault in front of me that had to deal with me. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. So you at least had that know-how to rationalize it.
Yeah, I had to work, bro.
A lot of folks miss that rationalization.
The women that I was dating didn't make the choice for me to be married to the woman I was married to. So the situation I found myself in was not her fault.
and which I give you credit on. A lot of folks do not have that rationalization period while going through stuff.
No, I took myself off the market, bro, because.
But you knew it. You thought about it rationally. It's like, yo, I can't put this on people.
When the girl told me, I don't think you're in a place where you can date me. And I said, okay, that day, bro, I took myself off the market. I said, you know something? She's right. I'm not in a position to date anybody, because even though that I told her, she thought she could deal with it. But when it came to certain things that y'all heard me say again, that she wanted to go do, we couldn't do, right? Because I didn't have the money.
But a lot of folks, when they get that response, they don't rationalize it like that. They'll take it as somebody being mean to them, and it's the next person doing it. Or, oh man, everybody else, and now they're feeling more personally attacked and taking themselves out of it.
One thing about me, nephew, I'm very accountable of my wrongs or my rights. You know what I mean? That's why I stand on what I stand on. You know, it is what it is at the end of the day. It's one thing I had to learn from my life. It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. There's no in-betweens in it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You can't put emotions when it comes to certain things. I try my best to respect people. What I've learned though is I'm not going to allow your situation to become my situation if it don't have to be. And my situation should not become your situation if it does not have to be. You see what I'm saying?
I feel.
But I'm just saying at the end of the day, you got to think about it. Some people want you to feel sorry for their situation and take them in because of what they're going through. That ain't my problem if I don't know you. If I'm trying to get to know you and I see something that's going on in your life, it may be a dark shadow for me. It may be a perfect thing for somebody else, but I don't have to deal with it, and vice versa. If I'm going through something, whatever it may be, if it's a health issue, a mental issue, or a financial issue, it is not any woman's problem to have to deal with what I got going on.
Right.
I mean, that's just me. True. You get to be capable for your own actions. That's the way I feel. So I don't get mad if a woman don't want to date me because of, what I say or what I do or feel the way I feel. I love you, but again, I think we should all be honest with one another. And this is not an attack. Please understand if you listen to my show. I'm not attacking you if you have mental illness. Okay. I'm not attacking you if you have bipolar. I'm just saying at the end of the day, if that's what you have, I don't have to deal with it if I don't want to. Now, does that sound harsh or not? I don't know. But I'm just being honest. I don't. If I don't know you and we're dating and I see it, I don't have to deal with it. I'm sorry that you have that. And I pray for you that everything works well. But that goes vice versa for me. If I am stricken with bipolar, autism, or mental illness, there's not a woman that's not dealing with me or is dealing with me that needs to deal with that. And if you're my wife, you still have the option to divorce me. And I would tell a woman, honestly, this is just me. Even if my wife, and I'm 50 and she's 50, and she got a good 20 or 30 more years to live her life, and she loves me to death, but something happens where she needs to be my caretaker for the rest of my life, I'm going to tell my wife, and this is the honest God, I promise y'all will, put me in a nursing home, divorce me, and go live your life. Just be my friend. I don't need you. Don't give your life up, for your good part of your life up, to sit there and just take care of me for the rest of my life. If I can't do it, that's where my life is right now. But my wife's life or my kid's life shouldn't have to stop because of what has stricken me. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way that's just the way the ball bounced for me. But I don't want no one to sit there day after day and suffering or going through my trials and tribulations and not living their life. No, I want you to live your life. I want you to be happy. It will make me happy knowing that we had the conversation. I told you to go do this, but you was able to go live your life to the fullest and not sitting there trying to, whatever I may be going through that, may be life dragging, go do that. That's what I would want. True. Let's see. Right. You have the right to your opinion and feelings on in these things. Would you feel like that if your wife was sick, would you not take care of her? If my wife, I would take care of her. Yes, I'm not going to leave my she's my wife. I'm not going to leave her. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. But if my wife kept telling me, no, honey, go live your life, honey, go live your life, after a period of time and I understand what she's saying and she's saying I have her blessings, at that point, it may be something that I would consider. But would I just leave her because she's my wife and she's sick? No, through thickness and through health. I would never.
I think that's how most folks will handle that, though.
No, yeah, but I'm saying, but through thickness, through health, I'm with my wife. Regardless, if my wife is sick, I'm there every single day to change her diapers or whatever needs to be done. That's my wife, bro. That's what I took upon. I'm accountable for that. I ain't talking about wife. I'm talking about somebody I'm meeting or I'm dating. You know what I'm saying? That there, no, I'm not. I don't want to have to.
But that's not. You shouldn't be realistically asking somebody you meeting.
I feel it takes
that you dating to do that.
Person. Hey, what is that box? Because to me, I think we just got something here at the studio. Nephew, bring me that box. I want to open this box before we get out of here, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Because I think we just got some. I think your stuff just came in. Because I'm at the studio and there was a knock at the door. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of taking care of someone that's sick. Oh, you did send those cameras? Okay, so I think they just came here. So we're live right here, y'all. And Tamise is one of the sponsors for the show. Y'all always see the candles that we have. Because actually, all the candles, and I was burning the one candle she gave me like a long time ago. It was a pecan pie. So the house smelled like pecan pie donuts and nephew. So this is the box that I just got. It just out here. She just sent this to me. And this is what it says. She sent this to me and it says,
Butt naked?
No, it says, thank you. Thank you, Joe, for all that you do, Tamise. Thank you, Tamise. We have this here, y'all. And y'all can go to Tamise right here. If y'all on TikTok, y'all can order her stuff. I am now. If y'all see this is the packages that it comes in. If you guys are looking on social media. Okay. So when y'all come, if y'all are guests on our show, you come to our studio, y'all will see. Okay, so, nephew, check this out.
I'm jealous. I don't want it.
Oh, man, this thing smells good already. Look at this. Look at this.
I'm jealous. I don't want
Look at this.
I see
This
it
is
on video.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this. What is this called?
I'm gonna see it on video.
Pina colada. Look at this, y'all. Y'all see this here? Oh, my God.
I don't want it.
Look at this. This is a candle.
No.
Oh, y'all need to go to these candles right now and go get this. Okay, that's one thing I got right there. Okay, what's this one? What's this one here? Spray. This is called sea spray.
It's look delicious. Delicious.